We've just bumped into a guy called Steve. Steve is going to speak to Steve about his homeless experience.
Only through the love and support of other people that I'm not out there now.
And me both. Yeah. What I know is that I had a series of problems.
Yeah.
And the trouble is, there's very, 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 very limited help here now. And you only get so-called help when you're suffering a crisis.
Yeah.
And then it's too late.
Absolutely. What is your experience of other people suffering?
What do you mean other people?
Other people from the
general public?
No, people that, for example, don't have a roof over their head today, now. I mean,
you become mad. You become anxious. It's dangerous. It's dangerous. It's dangerous sleeping on the street. I mean, it's -3 with a chill factor of -13. So there are people sleeping on the street. The only provision at the moment is swag to the cold weather place. That's in the church over that way, and I spent some time there myself. Now, I wasn't homeless as such, because I had a flat, but I couldn't get into my flat because of the machinations of my landlord. You have corrupt landlords. My landlord's not terrible, don't get me wrong. It's just that I suffered from a hoarding disorder, and I've suffered from a lot of other things in the past as well. And they don't know how to deal with these things. Put it this way, if you end up on the street and you haven't got a mental health problem or drink or drug problem, you will end up with one.
Do you know what, Steve? Just really quickly, I've got it up on here. It ties in really well with what you were saying. Actually, you're almost the perfect person. It's a guy from. It's a guy from. His name's Sergeant Guy Nicholas. He's actually part of the West Howe neighbourhood policing team, and he said people that are out on the street, he said people walking past should not be giving them money, should not be giving them,
That's ridiculous.
should not be giving them coffee, sandwiches, or anything like that. What's your opinion on that?
Him, I'd like to meet him in person and tell him, your kindness can kill.
Yeah.
Well, the sad thing is, it's all very well and good saying don't give people anything and then leaving it in the hands of organisations, right? If somebody's had their benefits stopped, sanctioned, they have no money at all. And so if nobody gives them a sandwich, they will die. Now, a lot of people do have drink and drug problems and so on that have developed over time. That's a separate issue. But they also should flaghead the detox. And they say you detox in the community. If you're homeless for whatever reason, how on earth are you going to detox in the community? I'd love to meet Guy whatever, personally, and see how he would like it. You know, if he lost everything and had no money coming in, so they shouldn't be given a coffee or a sandwich or anything.
Yeah.
What should they be given?
Well, apparently he said that it just exaggerates, encourages the issue.
The man's an idiot.
Yeah. Well, what we're out to sort of prove is actually that the issues are not
The
with
issues
giving
are
money.
beyond this.
Exactly.
Don't get old, don't get ill in this country. But people like that should be, I can understand it's a very limited viewpoint, and I understand it. And yes, there are 1 or 2 people who abuse people's goodwill. Yeah, but there isn't a direct access night shelter. If you've got no money for 6 weeks and they're not going to even give you a coffee or a sandwich, and if you've not got links with your family, and I suppose he says that young people should go back to the families, the ones that abuse them. The man's obviously not had a very big life. You get that a lot. It's a very retarded, simplistic view. I understand it and I can see where he's coming from. But in my experience, it's maybe 1 in 100 people out here begging or really taking the piss. You know, if they're a drug addict, what would the driver of the doors do? Sell their bodies? Shoplift?
Yeah.
Mug people?
Thanks so much, Steve.
Mental health problems. There's no help.
That was a very powerful 10 minutes, to be honest. The guy's, you know, he's clearly been through quite a lot, and he's got direct links to West Howe, where Guy Nicholas is part of the policing team. He pretty much got called out. We'd love to meet him and talk through, you know, the issues that he has. So, I mean, if this gets out to Guy Nicholas, the statements that he's made, it would be great to put these two in contact, because hopefully it will sort of broaden people's views. And essentially the people that are in charge of this, it seems as though through council and policing that their views do need to be broadened. That is us out. We've actually gone through 3 batteries today in terms of phones, so we've learnt a lesson here, as has hopefully some other people. It's a big problem. Homelessness is not going to go away. We need to sort it out. I think people need to start really taking the problem a little bit more seriously. It's very snowy. Stay safe. Over and out.